Hello everyone, today we're talking about Kardur Doomscourge deck. As you can see, his ability is when he enters the battlefield, basically it's goad, goad creatures, target opponents, control, and until your next turn. And then whenever an attacking creature dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Most of what I've tried to do in this deck is put cheaper, smaller creatures with good death abilities. Some of the bigger enablers I have here is I've got the Zerial Archduke of Inverness. So you're trying to hit that ult for the extra combat step emblem. Then the +1 and 0 are pretty good. The 0 creating a nice example of the small creature with good death trigger. And some other stuff. We've got stuff like this Curse of the Nightly Hunt, which you can put on an opponent to make their creatures attack each turn. Which is especially good when you're going against someone who's like trying to build up big board state. Like be someone who's doing something like my Ulash deck I showed yesterday. But it makes them so that it would be hard to build up that board state. And then if you're trying to target a specific creature, you can do something like Shiny Impetus. You can have your big creature unable to attack you, and then it get even bigger, be unable to attack you, and you get a treasure token each time it attacks. If you want more treasure tokens, you can do Trove of Temptation, where each opponent must attack you or a planeswalker you control with at least one creature each combat if able. Then at the beginning of your end step, create a colorless treasure artifact token. And that goes well with Kazul, Tyrant of the Cliffs, where whenever an opponent attacks you, you create a 3/3 ogre creature, unless they pay 3. And then, for ways to make them attack, there's a Warmonger Hellkite, which just makes all creatures attack each combat if able. Then it has a fire breathing for all attacking creatures. And then, if you want more specific, with Goad, you can got Agitator Ant. So then each player can put 2/1 counters on a creature they control and then goad it. And then there's a Walking Desecration for black. You can tap creatures the type of your choice attack this turn. So if they're facing a typal deck and they're trying to build stuff up or something, you can force them to attack all the creatures that type to attack. Then to pump a lot of the stuff, there's a lot of stuff that this pumps. So I've got a Raphael Fiendish Savior, pumps all demons, devils, imps, and tieflings. Then at the beginning of each end step, if creatures put into the graveyard from anywhere, create a 1/1 devil that when it dies it deals 1 damage to any target. So more of those tokens. And there's a Dreadhound to just whenever a creature dies or is put into the graveyard from a library, each opponent loses a life. So that can double up on the lose life trigger from Kardur, and just applies to any time a creature dies, even outside of combat. And then as a way to get more guys, there's a Scythe of the Wretched, which what it does is gives the creature +2/2, and then whenever a creature dealt damage by the equipped creature is put into a graveyard, return it to play under your control, and attach the Scythe of the Wretched to it. So I'm just gonna show you the rest of the deck. There's a Foul Tongue, Shriek, Ashnod's Intervention, Murder, Agonizing Demise, Grave Purge, Vile Rebirth, Nightwing Shade, Pitchburn Devils, Screeching Buzzard, Blightcaster, Blood Aspirant, Covert Cutpurse, Ecstatic Awakener, Noxious Dragon, Blood Baron, Fetid Imp, Conscripted Infantry, Rapacious One, a Cleaving Reaper, Masked Blackguard, Eye Blight Colors, Singular Vampire, Soulcoil Viper, Corpse Hauler, Champion of Stray Souls, Goblin Shortcutter, Night Howler, Hobble Fiend, Vengeful Strangler, Vampire Warlord, Death Knell Berserker, Sanitarium Skeleton, Battlefield Butcher, Blood-Soaked Champion, Hateful Eidolon, Arnie Broken Brow, Crimson Honor Guard, Red Dragon, Marauding Maulhorn, Soul Reaper Moses, Tenacious Dead, Festering Newt, Soul Ring, Rakdos Cluestone, Lead Pipe, Liturgy of Blood, Diabolic Intent, Demolish, Shrivel, Seismic Stomp, Rise Again, Diabolic Tutor, Emergency Weld, Barrage of Expendables, Quag Sickness, Mark of the Vampire, Bitter Reunion, Lightning Talons, Dead Weight, Dark Favor, Infernal Scarring, Shiv's Embrace, Blood-Filled Caves, Rakdos Carnarium, Encroaching Wastes, and then of course just basic lands. So like I said, there's plenty of the smaller weak creatures that can die when they attack to trigger him. There's also some instant speed removal and sacrifice effects. I can attack with a creature and then I can sacrifice that creature for some other piercing things effect. And then it dies while attacking, so it triggers that. So that's how I built this deck. If you let me know in the comments how anything you have done differently or any recommendations for this deck. I left the link to my Mox field in the description down below. Please like and subscribe, and the notification bell. Tomorrow, I'll be doing Eutropia the Twice Favored. Bye.